Hello everybody, welcome back to an episode of Trails Beyond the Horizon. In the last part, we headed off. We had a divulgence. We had a choice between choosing between Reen's route, Vaughn's route, or Kevin's route. And considering what happened after the whole business with Yorda, I decided to go with Vaughn's route. So we began our rounds of the city. Miss Shizuna came in and invited herself to the party. Excuse me. We also did the the Grim Garden again. The first part of it at least. Can't actually finish the whole shtick until we go through the other routes. So we have to put a little in that for the time being. We need to continue our explorations around the city. Alright. Take it. What's going on over here? Hey, look who it is. The Immovable and the Chief are here too, huh? Would have thought we'd be hung up by rainy weather. Two adults on a quiet date. It's like a scene from a movie. Calling it a day is a bit of a stretch. Sounds like things were rough last night. Kincaid filled me in a bit. Last night? They're talking about the group Vaughn and the others ran into. Elaine's looking into it, but the people we took in don't remember much. At least we were able to confirm their identities. They will be released as soon as their health improves. However, since some of them have no families or relatives, we're worried that they might get up to more trouble. I've arranged to have the police check in on them every once in a while. Is that so? In other words, the CID's got no intention of getting involved. That might be overstating it, but there is a reason the CID doesn't have the resources to handle it. And until that reason is taken care of, we've been relying on cooperation from all sides, Marduk and Ikaruga included. We have been increasingly busy helping out since around May. Let me guess, that reason is Project Startaker, isn't it? I know you're not going to tell me even if I ask, but why all this effort? Why is the full power of the intelligence agency caught up in sending someone into the atmosphere? Not to mention the aerospace force is in charge of the rocket's functions. Even that's well outside of CID's field of expertise. Let's just call it a state secret and move on, yes? I'm sorry to say about this, but for what it's worth, I can't tell you anything despite all you've done to help us. Chief. If we're gonna be so apologetic, then maybe we can cut you some slack. Damn it, Renee. He just cuts us off and makes no effort to hide the distance he's putting between us. Even back at school, he tried to deal with all the student council problems on his own. Vaughn. Yeah, are you pouting because Big Brother won't play with you? Trust me, he ain't no big bro. He ain't the big bro. I always want to lean him around when we were kids. Whatever you say. Vaughn's childlike side is kind of refreshing, don't you think? The guy's not just following CID policy, he's got orders in the presidential office as well. You can only hope that all of you, Elaine included, can find a way to figure out what's going on. For now, I'd appreciate any information you can share, Kilika. Even about Walter's movements, the Society's people, or maybe what's going on with the church and this whole pact thing. And maybe something why the Republic's reaching out to the other nations. I suppose I could tell you a little. In exchange for information on the tech unit's movements, or the policies of the Guild's HQ in Le Mans. Things like that. Damn Fox. They may look like old friends, but it's clear the Flying Swallow's one step ahead. But they seem really close, like Vaughn and his friends. Maybe, but their situations are completely different from ours. And do they really gotta dangle these juicy hints in front of us when they know that we're listening in? Seriously. But I take it you've already heard all about the stuff, haven't you? Nope, sorry. Only a few of us are actually involved. Alright. What do you got? Churros! What we got going on here? What are you guys up to? Hold on, isn't it the student tennis tournament? I'm pretty sure Aramis is participating. But remember, Fairy and Libero are just way too good at tennis. Yeah, I bet both Ardent First High School and Genis Royal Academy are going to be on top this year. Of course, Thor's tennis club has been rising through the ranks too. They'll definitely be leaving their mark in the competition. Really? Well, that's exciting. School tennis tournament, huh? I wonder if the bookie's taking bets. Alright. I want to watch a movie! What do we got on? Ooh, this is new. Shizuna! Rosette. A young man named Gil took on a mountain of debt by co-signing a loan with his best friend, who he trusted more than anyone, but it had all been a ruse. The amount was far more than he could ever hope to pay back. But just as he'd fallen into despair, he stumbled upon a possibility. Gil received an invite from an unknown senator to a game show with a massive payout. But his competition was a twisted one, where the participants were forced to cast aside their dignity and risk their life and limb for money. Is this Hunger Games? Or not Hunger Games, is this, what the fuck's that one stupid show? Shit, I can't remember, I can't think of the name of it. It's not Hunger Games. It's something else, I can't think of the name. Despite being put on parade like an animal for the event's wealthy host, Gil managed to claim victory after victory. That was largely thanks to another young man who named Adam, whom he had cooperated come to trust deeply over the course of several games. Although their reasons for getting involved in games differ, they shared a common bond and quickly became friends. Eventually, Gil and Adam were forced to confront the climax of the event, Hell's Seesaw.
さて、次の角度は55度。地獄シーソーの傾きが大きくなってまいりました。おお、早速文字通りの脱落者が次々と転がり落ちていきます。ジル、あと少しだ、粘れ。そのミラを持ち帰れば俺たちの勝ちも当然だ。分かってる。ここまで来て負けられるか。あと3ゲームで蹴りがつくんだ。よし、その調子だ。ジル、捕まれ。アダン、どういうつもりだ。妹の手術費を賄うにはこの全額じゃなきゃ足りないんだ。おっと、ここに来てまさかの裏切り。二人の信頼関係は仮初めに過ぎなかったのか。悪いな、一人勝ちさせてもらうぜ。本当にすまない。アダン、まさか最初から。覚えてろよ、絶対に逆転してみせるからな。
Ugh. I was on the edge of my seat wondering what might happen next throughout the entire film. It was quite exhilarating. I was caught off guard by Adam's betrayal of Gil in particular. So even you didn't see that coming. Definitely made me for a good surprise, that's for sure. Still, I would have thought you of all people would have projected it, given the bits of foreshadowing sprinkled here and there. I'm ashamed to admit that this was my first exposure to the genre, in neither novel or movie form. Further, I don't engage in gambling of any sort. However, it was for those reasons I found this a delightfully fresh experience. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it from start to finish. Wow, so there's actually some things in this world that allude the all-knowing mind of Rosette Twinnings. Well, if it helped you enjoy the film, then I'm glad. Betrayals, contests of endurance, all the games in that movie looked so fun. If there really was a tournament like that where you could earn oodles of cash from winning, I might give it a try. Knowing you, you'd probably win the whole thing without even trying. Her unclouded eye would give you a serious edge in the mind games and battle of wits and all that. Would you really end up having any fun if you just steamrolled the competition like that? True. Well, if I couldn't have any fun, then I'd just spoil everyone else's. I bet if I brought everything crashing down the mastermind's and audience's heads, that your devastated expression would be priceless. It sounds like you're ready to steal the role as a villain for yourself. The brochure. Sweet. Alright. Got one more movie to see. Who am I gonna see? I've already seen all of these, so... Aaron. Judith. I'm gonna skip this. Because you've already seen that. That was way more satisfying than I thought it'd be. When I heard it was gonna be about traveling a sister and an orphan boy, pegged for some sappy award big crap. Honestly, same. Based on the description alone, you'd have no idea it was a fun, unique movie. How it was as fun and unique of a movie as it was. I knew in advance that the main character had more to her than it seemed, but her being a knuckle-cracking badass took me by surprise. Yeah, but what surprised me even more was seeing Judith of all people playing a role like that. I went in there thinking, Judith? A sister? It's a miscast if I ever saw one. Maybe the fact that the role was so wildly different from the Judith we know is what made her performance pop as much as it did. Though there's a part of me that'd be curious to see her play a more straight-laced nun too. Huh. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I did a pretty darn good job. I don't get many chances to play a character like that, so I'm proud of how it turned out. Definitely was a change of pace from the usual 110% Judith roles you get cast in, that's for sure. Between those powerful monologues and devout prayer scenes, it was freshness to that kind of performance from you. That said, though, it was your yells into the combat scenes that impressed me most of all. I could really feel the righteous indignation. Without a doubt, there was something only you could bring to the table. Thanks. I really wanted to go all out when it came to represent the justice and principles that can't be compromised. I think that was me putting a little bit of myself into the role, though now I'm kind of having second thoughts about whether it would fit the character. Nah, I'd say it fit just fine. In fact, despite how it might have seemed at first, I'd say a role like that suits you perfectly. For real? Well, I'm glad you think so. Also, I'm starting to realize just how much Judith takes after her grandma. The gravitas she brought to some of those scenes, I was like I was looking at her, yeah, Dominique Lanster. Sweet! Alright. Alright, that all my movie extravaganza is done. And look what it is, it's these two, the lovebirds. Hey now. Cosm? And Mirabelle. I didn't realize you're in the capital. Arkwright, it's been a while. Oh, not that long. And Rosetta Fairy and everyone else is here too. But it has been a while since I've seen Agnes. We've been helping out in the garden. Yes, long time no see, Mirabelle, Chasm. Don't tell me you hear about the space program on board the presidential office. I see no reason to deny it at this point. The satellite uses Marduk technology after all. I'm more surprised to see her with you personally. What's so surprising about that? I'm a part-time associate member of the group, you know? Since when? Princess, why are you here? You're supposed to be over there this afternoon. Ikaruga's under contract. You can't just ignore it, you know. Don't worry about it. I'm just taking a little break before I get back to work. She totally just blew them off, didn't she? Yes, but we already knew Ikaruga had a contract with the presidential office. I see. So there's something more than just the defense of the space base and the development satellite shard technology. And that's not all, considering that both the Divine Blade of Silver and history's strongest soldiers are involved. Oh? What's going on here? Hey now, is he asking questions he shouldn't be? It can't be about that, could it? Well, it's got nothing to do with me, so I'll stop sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. Though it seems it's got something to do with a friend of mine. How boring. If you just pushed a little more, I could have pulled you in. I'm sure that thing of yours would have rewritten the book on fighting in extreme environments. Hardly. There's no way we'd be able to understand such a bizarre power. Honestly, just analyzing the battle data from the two of you is just causing us enough headaches. What I'm saying is, everything else is off record. We don't need it, and we don't want it, so give it up, Princess Kazum. I had no intention of saying anything I shouldn't. How did things turn out over on your end? Surely with all these brains and brawn, there's nothing to worry about, right? Indeed. It's gone better than anticipated, so we'll be leaving the finishing touches to all of you. Just leave it to us. I'm looking forward to it. I just told you it's all supposed to be off to the record! In the end, I still have no idea what they were talking about. Sounds like the presidential office has them doing some high-level preparations. Alright. I guess we're done here, huh? Go to side end. Alright, so... Let's go over here. Next, I have to get to an actual like shop. I should really upgrade my gear too. It's been a while since I've done that. Creole Fun Crisis. Oh, they're rebuilding Creole, the Creole village. Oh, Creole. Hey, look what we got here. Grammy, what are you doing here? What are you blinding me for, Missy? As of last night, I'm pretty much done with my supervision of the glorious stage play. Today I got a new task, a consultation with these folk. Wait, you know each other? The runner-up of the Z1 Championship and the bigwig director of Kunlun Productions? Or Kowloon. Hey man, what's up?
Golden Requiem の撮影協力ではいろいろと世話になったね。おかげでいい映画を撮ることができた。改めて礼を言わせてもらうよ。
No need. I didn't do much of anything special. But Judith as your main lead, of course, was going to turn out good. Oh, Kent with the monastery. You helped in all sorts of ways, from stunts to crew work. You even dealt with the monsters that showed up on set. Really is a fascinating movie. Sure is. I've seen it a whole bunch.
ありがとう。何よりの言葉だよ。
僕も Z1 グランプリでは反移民テロから命を助けていただいて、あの時は本当にありがとうございました。準チャンピオンは未だに悔しいですけど。
We're sorry to have brought that up, aren't we, Aaron? Hey, it wasn't a diss or anything. It was a photo finish between you and that sad sack. Difference of a tenth of a second. And you went and took the L and used it to fuel your drive to improve. There's nothing bad about that. Hey, are you in a position to talk when it comes to that? I'd simply miss their way for you. figured to be the case, but it seems like he doesn't have any memories from those 3 days. Yeah. Honestly, it's a relief that he doesn't. But Grammy, if those two of you are consulting at a time like this, I bet I can guess just what it's about. Hey, don't stick your nose in other people's business, girlie. Well, considering the amount of time since the last release, the fans have probably already caught up on that by now. Keep it off the record, but you're right. I'm having a consultation with the next movie's production script. I can't wait for your next work, Director Lam. The net was lousy with the rumors about it, but man, to think it's really happening. You're the guy who won that Lion D'Or award at the film festival, right? I'm curious to see what you're making next. I wish I could share that, but well, it's still in the very early concept phase, and there have been issues with some sponsors involved. So, do look forward to the announcement once we've got everything finalized. Aw, that's a shame, but it's probably for the best. I would want to figure out the ending before the movie is even made, after all. I remember you from Nemeth Island. You've got quite a sense of humor, young lady. Yeah, she's not joking. I'm here for a separate project that I'm currently working on. I've been asked to help with the promotion of another movie coming out next month. Oh, could that be... Right, I heard a certain energy drink maker has been doing some stuff behind the scenes. Bet it's gonna be one hell of a collab, huh? Hey now, I'm supposed to be under an NDA here. Vaughn's pretty sharp himself. Well, I know I'm looking forward to it. Goodness. Well, you lot had better put in your all. Things are getting real fishy. This is the perfect opportunity for the Spriggan and his friends to shine. Not to mention the Phantom Thief Grimcat, too. Yeah, you can count on us. Alright. What's going on over here? It's Vaughn and the rest of the Arkwright Solutions. Thank goodness, it really came. We know kinda, but I'm not sure we've met. You're the one who made the request, I'm guessing. Yes, I'm Allison with the Career Reconstruction Fund. Could you please hear me out? Hold on a hot sec. You're telling us that all of the mirror in the Reconstruction Fund has vanished? Judith, you're shouting. Yeah, they literally just told us it's confidential. Not that it isn't wild. I'm embarrassed to admit it. The Korea Reconstruction Fund was established to help Warren rebuild Korea Village after Ahmad blew it up, right? Yeah, it was a real tragedy. The fund received tons of donations and assistance from both inside and outside the country. In addition to managing all the mirror, the fund's been providing reparations to bereaved families and negotiating with the government. If I recall correctly, the donations they reflected totaled more than 5 million mirror in cash alone. It was all stolen this morning? Yes. Allow me to explain the order of events. First of all, I'm going to be interviewed by next week by one of the bereaved for a piece on Creel Village. I wanted to look into something related to that, so I went to the Reconstruction Fund's office this morning. When I got there, the staff were in an uproar. Every mirror of the donations that have been in the safe was gone, and so was representative. Even representative? It's hard to believe, but could they have made off with the donations? I don't know. Mr. Merton, the representative, doesn't seem like the kind of man who would do such a thing. Still, we haven't been able to contact him since this morning. The staff members even split up to look for him. Kaina and I just checked the fund's account at the Bank of Ella's main branch, fearing the worst. Isn't that where you kept substantial contributions from different businesses and foreign organizations? Wait. Don't tell me. The entire account was withdrawn yesterday, from Mr. Merton himself. Then, it'd be easy to think he's guilty, no doubt about it. But something tells me the head of Arkwright Solutions here disagrees. Forget me, even the client doesn't seem convinced. I take it this Merton fellow isn't the kind of person who'd do something like that, right? Right. Both Lashkar and I owe him a lot. He really is a good person. He even donated most of his own money to the fund. He was originally the chairman of the Vichy County Agricultural Association. He's beloved by for his sincerity, but his sister married a man from Creel in village, and she... I see. So Merton is mourning a family member too. He's been giving his all for the sake of the survivors ever since. Which is why, when it came to the time to choose a representative, we recommended Merton. We trusted him to coordinate everything. Is that so? He seems like a wonderful person. I wonder what happened. He must have a reason, right? No one knows for sure. It's just, the past couple of days he seemed like a little absent-minded. It's certainly possible that he was in some sort of debt. Sounds like you've got a real scandal on your hands. That's why he kind of referred me to you guys. Please, can you bring a representative back without word getting out? You can't overlook something like this big involving Creel. Absolutely. Alright, we're officially taking this on. We can't let someone disrespect a tragedy like this. Right, especially not since we have our own connection to it. I've had my hands in donations and charities too, so I can't ignore something like this. You can count on my full support. Thank you very much. I'm so relieved. I know you'll be able to get to the bottom of this. You sure have a lot of faith in us. But how are we going to find this guy? What do you guys think? Well, first I'd like to ask if they have any idea where the representative might have gone. Our staff have been checking everywhere we can think of since this morning, but with no luck. We only managed to confirm that he dropped by the bank's main branch yesterday and that he left his house this morning. In that case, the only thing we can think of... Ah, shit. He paid off his debt and turned in? Not likely. Not likely at all. I believe he went underground. He took the mirror and went underground. It's a natural assumption anyway. Underground? Yeah, he does seem to have a large social circle. I wouldn't be surprised if he had connections to the underside of society. Like, say, the Blacklight District. You mean the capital's 13th district? Quite literally underground. It's possible. Since we come this far, maybe it'd be faster just to head on over there. Yeah, let's take a look. You don't mind if we handle things, do you? It'd be better if there wasn't a big fuss about it. Please do. I'll head back to the office and let everyone know about the situation. We're counting you to find Mr. Merton. It's P! Alright.
Let's go!
Alright, well, I'm here. Weapons for everybody! Alright. Braver. Super Superna. Give that to you. Arc damage. I'm good on those. we go.
今後ともどうか
Alright. That was a much needed upgrade that I needed.
早く決めちまいな。またいつでも来な。
Alright. What's going on over here?
ねえ、こっちどっち？
Oh. Look who it is. What are you guys doing down here? What, you mean you guys are here? Sure you don't have that much free time. We're just taking a look around. Elaine, Alvis. Are you two looking into yesterday's incident? Yes. Apparently some of the people we secured had turned up in the Blackwood district. We're currently gathering evidence, including equipment and clothing found on the culvert. Great. Now we're causing the guild trouble. We've got an unspoken rule here. Problems in the Blacklight District get solved by the people of the Blacklight Districts. But the situation's serious. We should cooperate where we can. Same goes for you guys. You don't do forced BGs in the Blacklight District, right? Leave things here to us and find another way to help. Fine by me. You should have gotten a lot more flexible. Naturally, if it means we can resolve this incident. He really has grown. Hey, maybe he's not so uptight anymore. Hey, sketchy man. If this isn't enough, then I won't be able to. Got a moment? I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Are you Mr. Merton by any chance? Who are you? Who are you all? Apparently, he came to this area to visit an old benefactor. An old benefactor? They're not a debt collector or anything, right? No, of course not. She's always treated me well and helped me countless times. Though she does tell me off on occasion. She can be quite the demon, but... Guess who can be what now? You're... The old lady? Are you telling me? It's been so long. Please, I need your help. You've gotten yourself into trouble, huh, Martin? Let's hear it. And make sure the Spriggan hears you, too. I see. So it's not that you're making off with the donations. It's that you were scanned out of all the Mira. Have I got that right? Exactly right. I'm ashamed to admit. I'm such a fool. How could I let this happen? Is it really that easy to cheat someone out of that much money? I do wonder. Do you think you can tell us just what happened? Yes, of course. It all started 2 days ago when a man visited the office. At the time, there weren't any of the members of the staff around, so I handled him. He claimed to be an inspector from the Department of Justice's Legal and Entity Supervisory Board and accused us of donation fraud. Donation fraud? That's when you solicit donations under false pretenses and then take the mirror for yourself. Correct. It was an outrageous accusation, but I had no evidence to deny it. Legally speaking, we're required to precisely report our fundraising guidelines and the amount of donations collected to the government. The inspector accused us of neglecting to do so, and intentionally no less. And since you were originally part of the Agricultural Association, you weren't familiar with the laws and expectations of the sector. Just so. And because I was the chairman of that association, both social status and the public sympathies, I'm sure you'd be elected if you used that mirror to run for office. I would never! I assure you were innocent! If it's a report, repair one right away. The Reconstruction Fund always keeps their exact records of both cash and wire transfer donations. So I submitted the report right then and there, but then he suspected us of money laundering. If we handle this now, it won't be made public. You only need to respond in good faith. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't let my feelings cause all the bereaved families a needless worry. So I converted all the donations to cash in secret. And you handed them over to the inspector. Yes. He even had 2 police officers with him when I delivered the money yesterday. I submitted the mirror alongside the report requesting an inspection. At which point they presented me with a receipt that had the Department of Justice official seal on it. Of course I trusted them. But as time went on, something started to feel out of place, yes? Yes, I felt unsettled in a way that I couldn't put into words. Which is why last night I spoke to someone at the Department of Justice about it. He said there was no Legal Entity Supervisory Board. When I heard that, I fell right out of my chair. Let me guess, that attaché case you're carrying was your life insurance papers and land deed. Because for some reason, you were trying to make up for your excuse on your own. I'm right, aren't I? You blithering idiot. Skeen, I'm truly sorry. But at the last second, your face flashed through my mind. Look how spineless I am. Mr. Merton, please keep your spirits up. We'll get to the bottom of this. Yeah, how can we give up after what you just told us? Well, the request was to get you the donations back. Which means all that's left is to take the scammer to task. Thank you so much, all of you. I'm counting on you. But just how in the world are you going to go fix this? That is the question of the day, isn't it? It's actually a pretty well thought out scheme. Almost anybody would be deceived by this sort of trick. Yeah, making people uneasy before scamming them out of their mirror is a common trick. But a few can actually pull it off this well. And seeing as he went after donations, mirror that's hard to track, it's clear this ain't his first rodeo. If it's already been transferred to some illicit bank account, then there's not much we can... I've been looking into it. Huh? I got a lot of pull, alright. I've been reviewing all transactions between questionable accounts. There's no evidence of any big transfers either yesterday or today. The criminal must still have the cash. Is that really something you can just look into? Yeah, no. Not unless the right people help with their own free will. Somehow it feels like I'm looking at my Grammy. Anyway, if that's true, then there's still a chance we can get it back. Really? We're so close. We just need to figure out how. In that case, I've always say there was some undeclared income. Undeclared income? So we'll claim that there was a deficiency in the amount that was reported yesterday. Ha! Tack out more would definitely reel them in. I'll give it a shot. I got that he received a copy from a private number to confirm it. On the advice of the nearby Vaughn and crew, he made arrangements for an immediate supplemental application. After the call, he discussed strategy once more. You got the bait. Don't screw this up, Spriggan, you hear? Don't worry, we got this. That is in a location with Station Street, yeah? Right. The fake inspector should be there. Let's head over there when we're ready. I'm ready to go. Let's tackle it. Alright, let's begin. We can't let it end like this. Time to get to work. Let's even work. I just have to believe in them. Right on time. Very sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I appreciate you making the time. No problem. The issue is actually the fact that you had such a large amount of undeclared income. Such a mistake should, by all rights, make you subject to penalties. If the gravity of our inspection escape you, I'm truly sorry. It's just we received a sizable donation about 3 days ago. One of our staff members made a mistake, which caused a delay in it being entered in our records. You said it was 2 million mirror, didn't you? Consider it safe and secured. Here's the paperwork, and please sign the proof of receipt as well. Right. What is it? Never mind. Thank you for handling this. Of course, we'll be in touch at a later date with the results. Until then, I suggest you refrain from doing anything that would stand out. Right, that's our cue. Shall we play a little fun game of tag? It sounds kind of disturbing when you say it like that. Anyway, let's follow that inspector carefully so he doesn't notice us. Looks like he's leaving the store now. Big inspector. Something about to bug me, but what? I walk so slow. Shit, he turned around. What's going on? This inspector seems like he's on alert. Could be. Let's keep moving. Why not? You're not even stealth. What the fuck? Vaughn's not even in stealth mode. How do you not see him? Let's remain on guard until we reach the end. I'm the best spy ever! Yo, now we're talking. That's a digital 2 million mirror, right? You didn't even need us to pretend to be police this time, huh? But we'll still be getting our proper cut, right, boss? Keep it down. Just stick with me, and I'll guarantee you'll be a success in the future. Huh? Sure, fool yourself. But hey, since you're so generous, I guess I'll overlook it. Aha! So the people playing dress up were hires. Was I wrong about this guy? Huh? Who the heck are you guys? I thought they'd be a little more professional too. Guess I overestimated them, huh? The fact that it's just a bunch of schmucks is actually pretty irritating. There are things you should and shouldn't do. Come on, give yourselves up already. So you're the boss, huh? Why do I feel like I've seen you somewhere before? Oh, now that you mention it. Wait, 3 men in disguise. Could it be? Looks like my hunch is right in the money. These assholes! You're one of the 3 Devancy brothers who've been committing fraud all over the place. The youngest one, right? It really is always you, Spriggan. You always seem to have a difficult time when you come right into us. Those other 2 are just hired hands, though, right? Makes you wonder why the other brothers haven't shown up. You're right. Considering how cocky he's acting, it seems like there's something else going on. Not that it matters. Let's tie him up. Yeah, and I take back what I said earlier. You got an interesting vibe. What the hell are you babbling on about? Actually, this works out perfectly. Maybe I'll test his power on all of you. What? Is this the same as that monster last night? He even infected them. Oh boy. Don't be afraid. We take them down one at a time. Well, let's begin. No boy. This is a new ability. Alright.
フォローいたします。
続けやバン。上げていこうぜ。切り裂け。
合わせるわ。合わせるわ。いや、任せたわ。燃えるね。
Alright. This is another new one, too.
せーの、そこだ。軸を早く。
Flashy!
やりました。
Boy, you guys sure give us a hard time. Still, they don't usually fight this back this much. It's a little different from the corrosion back in the beginning of the spring. If anything, I'd say it's more of a physical contamination. Yeah. Seems like she's got her own ideas about this. What the... Oh boy. I won't allow it. What? Such power. They better make it. They better make it in time. This is better than I imagined. This is the power unleashed. This is my superior intelligence. The hell was that? Doesn't matter. I'm invincible. There's nothing I can't achieve. Not so fast. Sorry, but this road is closed, and we're A and B ranks, so don't think you can force your way through. Nice timing. Of course, it was thanks to you that we were all able to coordinate. Why is Lashkar here? This guy seems pretty creepy, but we've got him. Did you succeed? Mert and Allison came too, huh? You better stay behind me. Look, well, you look like you've seen better days. Maybe all that power is taking toll. You're under arrest for being caught in the act of fraud, larceny, and the forgery of official documents. I suggest you surrender quickly. Or quietly. Whatever you mean. I'm invincible now. I don't fit into a little framework. Get it? I'm taking my revenge. I'll crush all goodwill and social etiquette under my heel. Oh boy. Getting closer and I'll have to use this. What are you saying? This guy's taking himself hostage. You boys are so concerned with human life, you'll never be able to touch me. I'm ready for you anytime, you know? Why, if I die, I won't only have to wait for the new dawn. He's lost his mind. Get real. Kinda. All this talk about revenge and invincible, give me a break. You just do whatever you please until things get inconvenient, then you run away. Does your life really mean so little to you? Something like you'll never be so strong, no matter what kind of power you have. Sure, life is hard. And so many unfair, unreasonable, awful things happen every single day. But in spite of all that, I can't throw my life away. Even more so now that there's someone by my side. That's why I need to live a full life as I can. For my family, for my supervisor, for everyone in the village who's no longer with us. So if you're going to trample over my feelings along with Amira, then at least be honest with yourself and figure out who you even are. Who I am? Damn right. Looks like you already forgotten you're the youngest brother. Damn, Spriggan. Should I hold off on forcing my way in there? Yeah. Besides, it seems that Kai's got things all wrapped up. Then, I'll keep bringing this guy down as... Oh shit. His path as a scoundrel, sealed memories, his bond with his brothers. I think we've had enough law. Let's go with scoundrel. You're definitely a scoundrel through and through. No matter how many times you've caught, you're beyond repair. But between your nasty little scam and the crap you're pulling right now, you've just brought misfortune to yourself. You really want to let go of who you are at the end. Makes you look like a pretty big wuss, doesn't it? How dare you! Yeah, just looking at you is embarrassing. Kain and Lashkar haven't turned their backs on reality. They're way stronger than you. And guys, it's only thanks to all the people who represented us and made donations. Yes, but that too is a kind of strength that people possess. An incurable coward like you couldn't possibly understand. You're all a bunch of... No. What am I doing this for? He fainted? Yes, I'm sure the burn on his mind and body was too much. Though it looks like the contamination at least has gone away. Guess he recovered on his own in the end. The U-Fixes to really negotiate to resolve that kind of situation. Anyway, this job's done. We caught all the culprits. The mirror is safe. Hooray! Phew! I'm so thankful. Did you hear that, Mr. Merton? They solved it. Yes. I don't know what to say. I thought there was no way out of this, but the solution was there the whole time. Thank you, Arkwright Solutions. Crew Reconstruction Fund is in your debt. Thus, the scandal involving the Crew Reconstruction Fund was successfully came to an end. The youngest Devancy brothers' memory was still fuzzy, and a few mysteries still remained. But he promised to continue to cooperate with the Guild's investigation into the source of his strange power. Oh boy. Whee! Alright, next time I got Law and Chaos I gotta do next time. Alright, that is all well and good. Let's go back over here. Wait, no. I need to go back to, Tyrell, right? I think there was something else in Tyrell I needed to do. I think there was a shop that I missed. Or not Tyrell, okay, I'm not... I thought there was a shop that I missed before. Sidon? No, definitely not here. Maybe I don't have access to that district yet. I guess I don't. You can use the upgrade. Might as well buy one of each since I have the mirror now this time around. Alright. Bounty Hunter! Request no police, specifically Detective Nate. Huh. Well, I guess we can go hear him out if we got some time to kill. Alright. This guy's booming. This is booming. What's going on over here? I need a taco that can blow Shino's bar out of the water, but the ideas just are coming to me. How hard can it be to come up with a culmination of my whole life's work? Come on, brain, think! How fitting that's pouring at a time like this, as I'm drowning in the sea of my culinary quandary. Lady just opened up her own stall after leaving the taco place. She's the one who loves all those weird combinations, right? That's one hell of a funk she's in. Yep, she's unilaterally labeled Shino as her business rival and has been the pendulum swinging from happiness to anxious ever since. She seems to be at something of an impasse. Maybe we should try talking with her. We should! My shit's dying, hang on. Ugh! My shit is dying! Ugh. I need to charge my shit. Ugh. My shit's dying. Can't have my stuff die on me, can I? I need my stuff. Alright. Hey, my distress is some specter for your personal amusement. If you're gonna stand there flapping your mouths, then buy some goddamn tacos. Or if you got something else to say, say it. Okay, we'll admit, we're curious what was up with you. Still, running face first into the brick wall is totally normal, no matter what you're trying to do. Instead of stressing yourself, Sid, don't you think it'd be a good idea to shift gears and try something else for a bit? If I could do that, I wouldn't be stressing myself out. Wait, hold up. I've heard about you guys from Colton and Gordon. You're those odd jobbers that help people who are in fix. Or perhaps it was the work of fate that drew over my cries of misery. Okay, it's settled. You're going to help me. Could you help me find some hints that will light the path to my brain to the creation of the ultimate taco? Someone's awfully pushy. But I get it. Artists like her have to have this natural inclination to obsess over their work. Somehow I get the feeling it might be fun going along with this. Since it looks like you're working your heart out aiming for the top, I want to help out however I can. If that's how you guys feel, I don't mind taking this on. Then it's settled. All I need is just a hint of what direction to go in. Then I feel like I'll be able to whip up something incredible. Maybe you could solicit opinions as a reference point. If you could do that, the door to the ultimate taco will be swing open. Is that a fact? In that case, I'll need to figure out who to ask. We shouldn't discount the perspective of picky chefs and food sellers. There's also the foodies who go around trying the different menu items at various restaurants. Oh, maybe my classmate Edmund would be a good choice. I could see him being in the most unexpected of the places in search for a new restaurant, but maybe you can still find him. Taco hunts! We gotta find the ultimate taco. Alright. While I'm over here, might as well pop in up here. See what's going on over here. Hey, look at Oh, hey, you're actually here in the capital. Yeah, as you really played out, you really helped out last night. Huh, I heard you were working for Ashen lately, but I didn't really click till just now. Hello there, Ashen. It's good to see you again. How's it going, everyone? Last we met was in April during the festival, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I decided to help out in my spare time since these things are getting so interesting. So worrying. I see. By the way, it's reassuring to have you here. Don't think I didn't hear that. Anyway, she's just here for as a bit of insurance, that's all. So, about that creepy-ass ceremony you and Vaughn busted up last night. You got any new info about it? Or maybe about whatever that invisible monster thing was? And also, young enforcer from the society who's gone missing. Nothing, unfortunately. There's been no change with any of the Easterners we took in. They can barely remember a thing, including just how and when they went missing in the first place. They were all conscious now, but at least, and we've been able to talk with them. There are quite a number of people who still reported missing, even beyond this group. I'm certain there's still something going on. You see, it's crazy to think that many people could have just vanished here in the Republic. Now, this fucking asshole. Of course you guys had to show up too. Figures if this asshole's here, you're right there with him to shove your nose into things.
改めてお久しぶりですね。聞いているとは思いますが、この件に関してはルー家とリー家が首都方面を担当していまして、昨夜の件も含めてアシェン様たちと情報交換するため参上した次第です。
I requested help in looking into some of the people we took into our care. I'll be remiss to mention that you'd recently discovered something.
ああ、とある手段を用いて断片めいた手がかりをいくつか入手した。平ゆえでないとはいえ、お前たちにも対価次第では聞かせてやってもいいが。
Arrogant prick. That's fine. We got some info of our own. We can swap for it. Huh. So you still don't know just how many Easterns have gone missing. All the ones who you were able to trace made their way here to Edith. Is that right? Indeed. By all accounts, it appears that they were led here via some mad conscious suggestion. I'm certain you'll find that to be the case of the other ethnicities among the missing persons as well. Some conscious suggestion? Is that even possible to pull off on so many people? It's not impossible, at least. There are a number of ways you can do it. Talismans, needles, drugs, hypnosis, and so on. But also, there's what happened back in March. Oh. You're right. You call it corrosion, right? Is that right? I heard a bit about it from Ashton and Judith. Right, though in the end, that was all a race. That could never happen. I remember what happened over those 3 days, albeit vaguely. You can't say for certain that what's going on now is unrelated to that incident, can you? You sure about this? Given the circumstances, we can't keep it a secret. After all, Ashton already experienced it herself. Ah, you mean the time I was being controlled, right? My, I still feel like I haven't apologized enough to Vaughn and Aaron about that. I told you it's fine. Stop worrying about it already. So that is the legacy left behind by the father of the Orbital Revolution. Seeing up close, the details are different, but it certainly resembles the device we saw last night. On that topic, one of the people in our care sketched this out for us once they woke. Wait, this is... Could that be the device you two saw last night? Well, what's the verdict? Well, remember, we only got a vague glimpse of it through the stealth mode that kid had on. Even so, I'm fairly certain this is it. Hey, you said yourself their memories were full of holes. How'd you get them to draw something so detailed? This is Heiyu you're talking about. I'm sure they had no problem using their own drugs or hypnosis to really dig into their minds. Is that true? Dig into their minds? You can do that? I'm aware of certain military-grade substances that function similar to truth serums. Our method makes use of talismans, I understand, so it shouldn't cause the subject any harm, right? That's correct. There's no need to worry over the well-being. I was even sure to offer them remuneration for their troubles. Incidentally, the person in question even witnessed the young man who was there without his invisibility activated. We had an artist create this drawing based on the description we got, so it should be fairly accurate. You may as well take that one for yourselves. We've already given copies to the guild and the police. Gotcha. Much appreciated. Looking it over, it's got the same feel as the real one, but the details and workmanship are completely different. I agree, but I'm certain it's related somehow. I'll be sure to save it as a digital image just in case. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good clue. Guess we owe you guys. Well, as the group proceeded to share a majority of the info they had with Ashton and Cow in return for the sketch. They also exchanged promises to share any new info for each of the groups came across as soon as possible. Alright. What else you guys gotta say?
そういえば東大、いや、リーシャンマオ。少々尋ねたいことがあるが、いいか。
ええ、構いませんけど。
Oh? Now where's this going? Come to think of it, didn't the two of them come to Black Light District together last night? Yeah, they made for a pretty synced up pair for martial masters at that.
単刀直入に問う。あんたに思い人やちぎりを交わした相手がいなければ。
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
このフェンリー、いや、ガーランの嫁となる気はないか。
Man took his shot. My goddess! What was that ever on the table? He's got to be kidding, right? Can't just drop down on her out of the blue. Taken from his own flesh and blood. Such acts are rather typical of him. Well, I want my brother to lead the Lee family. I also want to leave it to my progeny. There's no question that children born between us will be strong. No matter whose descendants of leadership falls to, ours would surely be able to handle the responsibilities. What do you think? He took his shot.
おっしゃることはわからないでもありませんが、お断りさせていただきます。
Well, it's true that Yin is a part of me. I am now a citizen of Crossbell, and Arkansas is a part of me too. Caught between two such disparate lives, I could never be the worthy partner you were looking for. It is true that I am not well acquainted with this other life of yours. But even if you're dividing yourself into two endeavors, your martial prowess is indisputable. You may consider my earlier proposal rescinded, but even so, I fully intend to pay Crossbell a visit. We can revisit this again once I've seen this Moon Princess of Arkansas in action. I doubt my answer will change, but we'd be more than happy to welcome you to our show. I already thought something was off about this guy. Makes a girl jealous, though, seeing a guy make the first move on her. Definitely, in theory, I mean. Speak for yourself. Who in the right mind wants to be proposed in front of a crowd? It would seem he is indeed outclassed. But as his brother, I will commend him for his words. Guy's barking up the wrong tree. The way I hear it, she's super close to that cop in Crossbow who saved the country last time it was in crisis. Oh, brother. Let's just hope Gao Lang doesn't spark some international incident over there. Oh boy. Man, the guy took his shot. You can't blame the guy. I give the guy props on that one. What else you guys gotta say? What do you two gotta go on? Incidentally, Lady Ashton, you'll be leaving the capital this evening, I understand. Shall I pass the gift you promised Master Zin the other day in that case? Oh yeah, thanks. That'd be a big help. What's the matter?
さあ、様はやめてって言ったわよね。あなたはリー家の本流で当主の兄君。私にへりくだる理由なんて何もないじゃない。
そうは言われましても、私がルー家に多大な恩があるのは事実ですから。あなたの付き人として過ごした14年も、私にとってはかけがえのない日々。ですからこの部長訪問が切り替えられるまで、どうかご容赦を。それまでお嬢様に不快な思いをさせてしまうのは申し訳ありませんが。
Forrest his game. And here I thought the man only jock eye for power. He's a dangerous one. My brother is kind of the people close to him. There's some other meaning to it I couldn't say. Honestly, watching how he acts with Ashton has me rethinking my impression of him a bit.
ねえ、アニエスたち、これってどう思う？わざとやってる？こっちを振り回してるよね。
Settle down, Ashton. Granted, we don't really know a lot about Cal personally. But I think it's pretty clear that you're someone special to him, you know? Yeah, I can feel this breath of sincerity all around him, unlike usual. Indeed, the look in his eyes is quite a gentle one. Can't math out your chances, but there's no reason to back down now, is there? He's right. Well, so be it. I'll just have to keep close and remind you until it sticks. In return, though, I might make a little request of you, too. Nothing specific right this second or anything. Are we agreed? Oh. Very well, as you wish. I actually look forward to it. Just what matter of quandary that my lady asked me to solve. You! Oh boy. Oh god. Get me out of this lovey-dovey couples. Alright. I'm gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we will continue our stint around town, gather some information, all that kind of fun stuff. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.